Hello, Aries. How's everybody doing? We are here with a timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. It looks like there's something that you could be taking a break from or resting from. There could have been a lot that you were doing. For some of you, there can be like a course that you're completing. You could have finished traveling, or you could be coming back from somewhere. Anything Jupiter related. So there could have been something that you were teaching. There could have been something that you have been learning that now you're getting, it's whatever this thing is, you're getting a break from. You could have like traveled somewhere and you're getting a break. You could be going on vacation and you're going to get a break. There could be some sort of expansion that's happening within your life, and now you get some sort of resting period because of that. Also, it seems like things that have happened have now culminated to a point where it's afforded you an opportunity, maybe to get some rest, to get some sleep. This definitely looks like it's going to be a recovery period for you, because I'm seeing you a bit low energy here. Yeah, I am hearing exhausted. I'm also hearing exhaustive. This could have been like something high intensity as well that you were doing, whether it be physically, mentally, just something that's like taken a lot out of you. Okay, what are we confused about? Something may be going on emotionally. There's a lack of maybe understanding for what you're feeling right now. It can also be like a lot going on and you're like, what am I actually feeling? What's my intuition telling me? Where do I go with this? Seven of Cups and the Page of Cups. It can be like having a challenging time deciphering something. Or like even getting to the root. Okay. Something here about not feeling good about plans. Not feeling good about them, or not feeling hopeful about them, or like wanting to make plans and feeling like the situation just isn't allowing for that to happen. You may like not be feeling well emotionally, mentally, or just having a hard time, again, deciphering. But I'm seeing it kind of get in the way of where you're trying to go. Because it almost seems like some sort of planning or effort is needed on your part, but I'm seeing you not feel at your best right now because of something going on emotionally that is like unclear to you that you're currently working through. So it's kind of, you don't feel like you're in the space to maybe be present to this. Like maybe you don't feel like you can hold space for this right now. But I'm actually seeing that your guides are suggesting you do your best to sort of plan forward. This can be unclear on what you want as well. Like, what's it going to take for me to be able to enjoy something? I am seeing that emotionally there is a change that you're going through. You could also be feeling very, very lonely. I'm seeing feel like you're lacking connection right now. This can also mean that like you're having maybe at odds with somebody that you're close with, or this can just feel like you want to be close with someone and you just feel like you don't have that person, you don't have that opportunity. But I'm saying you try to figure out like what's going to allow me to what's going to be fulfilling for me emotionally. But what I'm getting at as well is that something, maybe even on a small scale, there's like a small scale change that you're going through, but there may be a part of you that feels a bit resistant to this change just because of how it may be bringing up fear for you, which can show up in many different ways. Any sort of resistance. Yeah, for some of you, this is kind of a more subconscious energy that may be harder to sort of bring to the front of your awareness. Okay. So I'm seeing that there is somebody that you've been interacting with or having an exchange with, but things are becoming sort of stressful at this point. Something is going to need to change because I'm seeing you not want to be in this place emotionally, but there can be a part of you that feels really resistant to changing just because, like how anybody is resistant to changing, like what does that mean? It's kind of like an ambiguous process. You sort of have to go through an ego death as you're moving through this. It feels like an emotional ego death that's happening. But what I'm getting is that you're going to be motivated to go through this because you're not going to want to continue feeling how you're feeling. And so it's going to definitely like motivate you to go through this change, even though it's feeling a bit heavy right now. I am seeing a tower. Something could have happened in a way that you weren't planning for. I'm hearing about something blowing over. Okay, so whatever this is that has kind of transpired and maybe exploded in a way, I'm seeing that there's a lot that you can learn from this thing that's happening. It does feel like maybe a very big reaction that happened, or just like a very big event that sort of hadn't been expected, but things could have been happening under the surface. And now things sort of bubbled up and came to light. And to have the Page of Swords here, this is you trying to like observe and learn as much as you can about this like unexpected event that has taken place. It seems like it happened between you and someone, and it's like associated with the changes that someone is going through, because I'm seeing things became like very, very stressful within your dynamic with this person. And to have the Ten of Wands here, it just seems like something became too much, and then I'm seeing the Tower happen. So it's like that pressure, it needed to be let out in some way, and so it was channeled into like maybe a big event sort of that happened, or like an outburst of some sort, or just something where the energy had to sort of like come out and be expressed. And it does seem like this is showing you something, but it may be something that you don't necessarily want to like see or feel, only because it's bringing up fear for you about what this means about like you and this other person, about your connection with this person. Whether those fears are like reality or maybe like imagined ones, the fear is still real. Whether it's going to be something that actually plays out and comes true, or it's just something that you're worried about that may actually never happen. But there's still like that feeling here. This is actually going to be the key to turning things around emotionally, is what I'm seeing. But it's not going to be so straightforward. There's a lot that needs to be reflected on here in order for you to sort of find your bearings through this and find yourself through this situation. Something may also initially just feel like really intense for you, but I'm seeing that as you reflect on it, you're just going to realize that you're actually very well adept within this situation. Something that is much more your element than you may imagine. Because to have the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck, like, it's almost like you get thrown into a situation that you may feel like you're just like the wrong person to be in this situation, and then after reflecting on it, you're going to realize that you're actually like much more in your element than you think you are, and you're actually very capable of handling this, and also probably getting a desirable outcome as well. I'm also seeing your guides really encourage you to work from a place of love, which means like loving yourself as much as possible and also loving those around you, and kind of have that be your objective as well, like love and connection and spreading that. Yeah, this tower is going to help you learn about what you're looking for emotionally, but it's not going to feel like that when it happens. Like when it first happens, it may kind of like shock or surprise you. You know, sort of when something happens unexpectedly, it's hard to process it as it's happening because you're sort of like reeling from this thing popping up that you hadn't been anticipating. But I'm seeing your guides be like, you want to learn as much as you can from this because it's going to indicate something very important that's associated with your emotional truth and you understanding yourself on a deeper level. Okay? I'm seeing Scorpio, Mars, and Neptune. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.